Hello, beautiful people. I'm back here, live again. It's been a while, and it's because, well, I don't have to explain it, but when you live off grid, there's always loads of stuff to do, and I was busy with that, and now I have some time because it's very hot at the moment, and it's too hot to work in or outside. Doesn't really matter, and so that's why I'm making this video right now. What I wanted to talk about is several things. Um, it's one more thing before I really get started. It can be so that there's a lot of wind, and so you can hear that via the microphone, and so I'm sorry for that, but it's um, it's nicer outside than inside at the moment, so I chose to sit outside anyways. I call it the wind of change because we get a different type of weather slowly, and so we'll see how that works out. At the moment, a short update about the weather here in Portugal. It's we do have fires now at the moment. So it people always think it's only during June and July or something, but the large fires during 2017 were actually in much later in October. So it doesn't have to be only in the summer, during the summertime, and it really depends on the dryness, the heat, um, wind, and all kinds of things that determine how bad it gets. At the moment, the wind is a problem. Wherever there is fire, that now the wind is a huge problem at the moment. But anyways, so we had a very easy going time with the fires here till so far, but um, it seems like it's starting a bit more at the moment. So that's about the weather and stuff like that. Um, yeah, another update is about my relation to Bonnie Tyler and what had happened. As you have noticed, if you visit my Facebook page regularly, you can see I post a lot about her, and that has several reasons. I think it's a little similar like when Stranger Things ended. If you were into that. And you understand about growing up in the 80s and the memories about that, and memories are often attached to music. That's why it works with people with Alzheimer's. It's like a cue to remember things because the music takes them back to the memory attached to it. Very beautiful how that works, and I think it works for many of us. And it's for me, I call music often a time machine, and it can take you forward, but it can take you back as well. And I think um, when Stranger Things ended, it was really like what the characters also left behind. The the time, the childhood was really lived, and then you leave it behind for the next stage in your life. And it's a good thing, of course, but it's also, yeah, it's here they in Portuguese they have the word saudade. saudade, and that's what it is. It's nostalgia, a missing, longing, and things like that. And it's not really one translation for that word. And it's so yeah, it's like leaving that behind. And with Bonnie Tyler, the strange thing with her was just like it's a bit similar to Sinead O'Connor. They hid her from the big public stage, like a Madonna or Michael Jackson or Janet Jackson or Tina Turner. Um, all those people uh, were more in the front and more prominent that way. And people like Bonnie Tyler and Sinead O'Connor were more on the background. They were there, but um, a little bit more hard to find and to keep finding them after some huge hits. For Sinead O'Connor, of course, Nothing Compares to You. And um, after that, Sinead made a choice for a different path. And yeah, it shows the injustice of how the music industry system have been working for a long time. And it's like when I think everyone who ends up in the music industry starts as a pure, a raw, huge talent, and then they want to form and mold you like how they want. And if you decide something else, that is, of course, how you save your soul there, but it also means um, less attention in spotlight, less bigger gigs, and less attention on you. So people have to actually do more work to keep up finding you. And Sinead is a very good example for it. She didn't want to be sexualized as a woman, and so she made another choice, and uh, that had consequences. And after she did that huge stunt by showing the world how much involved the church is in child abuse and that whole story, it was not over for her, because she still could make a very good living out of singing, but a few levels more below, below the huge where the huge attention and focus is. And that suited her very good, because she didn't want to be a pop star like that. Same thing it was with a similar thing with Bonnie Tyler. She chose not to be the romantic pop singer like songs of Lost in France. They had created an idea to good selling, and they wanted to continue like that with similar songs like that. Bonnie didn't want that. Bonnie, after she had her nodules and her operation on that, and returned with It's a Heartache, with that raspy voice we all love so much. Um, um, she wanted something different, and just like Janis Janis Joplin did with blues, with a voice like that. Bonnie did that for pop rock, and of course the classic ballad we all know. And so, but it's the similar thing, because she did not go the path they figured out for her, um, she was also placed a little, it's similar thing. And it didn't matter much. Everybody all over the world knows her, of course, because of that big banger songs we all know from her. But uh, she also kept working, also kept recording new stuff, and never only relied on the old hits. So, and I think because of the memories attached to her, I mean, it was the start of MTV, and so what singles did for radio, MTV did with the video clips. The was this on television was the like similar thing but different mediums. And I can remember very well, and I can remember the period of time that Bonnie was played every hour with Total Eclipse of the Heart, and with that amazingly strange video clip. I think no one really understood, but it was very arty and and it was a very strong vision. It was very strongly visually as well. So yeah, and of course, because of those memories, it's a funny thing. So you also say goodbye, not so much to the memories, but it seem it's you go through that again, and um, that's actually a gift. And because of her, my love for singing has fully returned, and so I sing every day again, and there's always time for singing. I love it. And so and I keep practicing, and I keep experiencing things with my voice. It's almost like I get to learn how to work with my voice again, and that's very nice because, as we all know, um, the breath work and singing, then you reach below a certain level where things got buried and emotionally. So it's a very good thing to work through things on a much deeper level. And it's a fun way of doing that, and it's also a fun way of um, well, just finding out what my voice can do and cannot do. So yeah, that's nice. And so that is about that. And furthermore, I'm still working on my book. And um, I, yeah, I'm doing very well with it. It's not like everyday writing, but sometimes I feel the urge to write, and then I can sit for a couple of hours writing new stuff, because the old story of me as a victim is done now, and it's been worked on, and it's been altered, and etc. So that's completely done. Um, Sometimes I come across new things during my ongoing research to child trafficking in Brazil and South and Latin America, and so I add that, uh, and the second part of my story is about from from being a victim, uh, become victorious, to overcome the victim, um, and the victim mentality that goes along with it, because it's like it's so familiar, and it's normal to to become, no, not to become, but to act like the victim, because that is obviously what I knew. So the new me, it is the me with, with the, not without the victim, because that has happened. It's not like I'm now acting like nothing has happened, but I'm more like, I worked through a lot of huge things attached to that victim thing, and now I can work with it to overcome that, and I think I'm doing a good job with that, and writing down the whole process is very. It helps me to keep that process going, and to keep on going further, um, that road, and to uh, to overcome uh, the victim and become victorious. And one of the key things in that, I can give you that, is, for me, the victim is the inner child that still wants to be heard, seen, felt, etc. And while working on that and becoming friends with that child who was once victim of all of that, that that is what helps me becoming victorious, overcoming the victim mentality, and grow up, basically, because that is what is happening then, and that feels so different, and it feels so new that I have to integrate that in a and find a way of doing it. And then I realized I already have found a way of doing it, and so I'm writing about it at the moment. And so yeah, my writing now is adding new findings of the ongoing uh, research I'm doing, and the new me, and connecting with that through writing, and about process I'm going through with that. So and there will be more steps, but it starts with this and with this book, and I think I've created my own projects to work on, and to make it grow. And but it's the starting point is the book and my story. And so yeah, that's what I'm working on, and I hope to finish it, well, at least, yeah, this year, and hopefully a bit sooner than that. And um, so yeah, that is that, and that is also for now my video. I uh, want to finish off with that. I'll be coming soon with another video, but that will be about my my experience as a legal adoptee again, because I- while processing some memories, um, I I came across one. I want to talk about it a little bit further, so I'm gonna do that in the next video, and I will upload it also very soon. So this was it for now. Have a great day, evening, or whatever. depends on the part of the world you are at the moment. And hope to see you all soon. And thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao. Bye.